12 reasons why the 12 zodiac signs got or get dumped in relationships. I don't know if you can hear the fireworks going on outside. I kind of feel like that scene in I Know What You Did Last Summer, where Sarah Michelle Gellar almost makes it and then she turns around because there were like fireworks going on, and like she turned around and looked at the fireworks. Then she turned back around and wham bam, it was over. So anyways, I'm recording this video on 4th of July, people, so happy 4th, I guess. Depends on which way you look at it, right? Well, with that being said, 12 reasons why the 12 zodiac signs get dumped in relationships. Well, I have to say that while I am in my mid-20s and I haven't been in many relationships, serious relationships at least, of course, I'm always talking to guys and, flirting, right? But usually I'm the one that does the dumping. I've definitely been dumped before, and probably for some of these reasons on this list. We have to remember that we are not solely our sun sign. We are a makeup of a birth chart, meaning like a placement of the planets in the sky at the time that we were born, at the time that we came into this earth and saw the light, okay? So, we are a makeup of a little bit of all of these situations here, okay? So, I don't know if you've been dumped. I don't know if you've been dumb at dumping, I don't know if you've been on both sides, but, let's just take this purely as entertainment, people, and jokes, and I made this list just for a little fun. I was bored, and I thought, why not, By the way, I'm Lamar Townsend. If you're a first-time watcher, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video if you enjoy it. Also, please contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading. I am a breathe. Ooh, sometimes I just talk too much, y'all. Woosah. Okay. I am a natural, intuitive, clairvoyant, clairaudient, empathic, psychic tarot reader, and I would love to do a psychic tarot reading, private, confidential psychic tarot reading for you. Please visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. I don't know why I have the giggles all of a sudden. Please visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, to purchase your own psychic reading or your own birth chart reading. I do provide birth chart readings. All the information is on my website. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend, like me on Facebook, facebook.com/LamarTownsendOfficial. All the links will be listed below in the description box if you're watching on YouTube. If you're not, watch this video on YouTube. And there you go. Alright? 12 reasons why 12 zodiac signs get dumped in no particular order. Or got dumped in no particular order. Alright? Let's talk about it, alright? Number 1, Cancer. Now, Cancers are known to be relationship-oriented people. Cancers love to be in relationships. They're very nurturing partners. And to be honest, me as a Capricorn, I will say I'm a Capricorn. I tried to not. I told myself in my head, I'm not gonna say what zodiac sign I'm in. I'm not gonna say what zodiac sign I am because I don't want them to judge me. But at this point, I don't care about being judged. I mean, seriously. So I'm a Capricorn. I actually love water signs, especially Cancers and Scorpios, and I would think I would be very compatible with Cancers and Scorpios. But I've actually done a video on Cancer and Capricorn, so check that out, and that's a whole nother story. But anyways, Cancers are usually great partners, but on the flip side, they can be clingy and smothering, and that is one reason why they could possibly get dumped, just for just being too clingy and smothering. All right. And then Cancers can also have bouts of insecurity, which causes them sometimes to like question their partner and just be like really suspicious, which can also be an issue. Next, we have Pisces. Pisces is another water sign, and one reason why Pisces could have an issue or get dumped is because Pisces, because they are, one of the water signs that are able to connect emotionally with all types of people, on an emotional level, on an emotional, depth level. They sometimes tend to form relationships, and they sometimes tend to flirt with people, and maybe collect side pieces, and they go out too often sometimes, which can be an issue for certain people, right? Just saying. Next, we have Virgo, and as an earth sign, I have to say Virgos are another quite good partner to in relationships typically. Virgos tend to be very thoughtful people. They tend to be very, like, they think ahead, for their partner. They'll think ahead about things that you wouldn't even think of, but the Virgo's right there, like, like, I got you, that's like a Virgo. But on the flip side, Virgos, ironically, even though they're an earth sign and they like their space and their freedom and all that, they can be like kind of smothering and like, like suspicious, and question a lot. The Virgos tend to ask a lot of questions, especially if they're like, suspicious of their partner. Their partner could be, not really doing anything, but for some reason the Virgo just is just like super duper suspicious and worried, and that after a while can probably turn someone off after a while, because it's like, what, trust is a really big factor in a relationship, and if the trust isn't there, if you keep showing continuously time and time again that you can't trust someone by questioning them too often and needing to be all up under them and smothering them, then that's like a red flag, right? For some people, at least. Next, we have Aries. Aries is a fire sign, cardinal fire sign. So they are initiators. And Aries are very sexual people. They are very attractive people, typically. Very sociable people as well. Aries can sometimes be social butterflies, but you get Aries in a corner too long with someone, and you get them talking about world politics or something like that, and that Aries is in a relationship, and you mix drinks with that, or, other things. Aries can sometimes be prone to flirting with other people and possible infidelity. And their worst trait, Aries can totally also be devoted, men and women as well, of course, alright? Alright. Next, we have Gemini, air sign. Gemini, like their Aries, fire, even though Gemini's an air sign, like their Aries fire brethren and sistren, can sometimes, maybe when they're in the wrong relationship with the wrong person, be prone to infidelity, flirting with other people, and Geminis can also be prone to a little bit of inconsistent behavior, which can cause people, insecure people who, maybe who have, been through, certain situations too many times, to question a Gemini, which, as we've gone over, can be an issue. Too much questioning, too much untrustworthiness in a relationship isn't good, right? So, next we have Scorpio. Scorpios are people who strive to be in a relationship, especially a relationship that gives them emotional depth and with someone that they can trust, right? Scorpio, though, can sometimes, because they form such deep relationships with people and they have such transforming effects, on people's lives and vice versa. People have transforming effects on Scorpio's lives. It can be hard for Scorpio and other people to let go of the relationship that they have with the Scorpio and the Scorpio with other people. Therefore, all right, Scorpio can be prone to still sleeping with their ex, infidelity, And on the flip side, Scorpios, even if they're not cheating, can be prone to trust issues. Just being really distrustful of their partner for some reason. And Scorpio's that kind of person where it's like if they're being distrustful, that's kind of a red flag that maybe they might also be, have some dirt, underneath their shoes as well, I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to be as PG here as possible, you guys, because I know a lot of people watch these videos. Next we have next we have Taurus. Taurus, another earth sign. Tauruses are very devoted people. They are loving people. Um, you know, they are people where the harmony has to be important. They bring you into their space and you just feel the love, but Tauruses can, in their worst trait in a relationship, can be too possessive, can be uncompromising and selfish as well. Like maybe you want the Taurus to like, hey Taurus, let's go do something different and fun. Like, let's go watch the loud fireworks outside. No shade to 4th of July. But let's go do something fun. Let's go watch the fireworks on a mountain. And Taurus is like, no, I don't like mountains. I don't like going outside. I just want to sit at home and watch beers and watch the fireworks on TV, And Taurus, Tauruses can be very stubborn. They, can be hard to, once they are, set on something, it can be difficult to get them to do something else, so that can be annoying for some people. So some people. Leos, interestingly enough, are very loyal people, loyal to a fault. Sometimes Leos can be also, self-centered, maybe to a fault, or like they could just maybe be a little bit delusional sometimes in love. Okay, Leos can sometimes be prone to thinking everything is right, everything is going fine, perfectly fine, things will get better, and then the next thing they know, their partner's cheated on them, or has moved on or something like that. Like, Leos can be prone sometimes to being cheated on, which is really sad and unfortunate, because Leos are such loyal people. But that's one thing Leos kind of have to work out, is who they should and should not devote their loyalty to, and that includes partners, especially partners. But it starts from, outside in. Like, like, I advise Leos to, like, start outside, like your acquaintances, your friends, like, like, then you weed those people out, and then from there, like, you can, like, weed out, like, the closer people to you, if that makes sense. Like, because I don't know, that just makes sense to me in my head, and it would just take me too long to explain it or find the words to explain it. So I'm just gonna move on and pray that Leo gets what I'm saying. And Leos can also have a tendency to always be right, which can be very difficult for people. Like, Leos can sometimes, not see where they're wrong, and that's, like, hard for some people, right? So, but Leos are very lovable, loyal, consistent people, right? Which is very important in a partnership. Libra is another sign, air sign, that, one of Libra's, whether they're male or female, one of their kind of life missions, and I say this is a Libra moon, I'm also a Virgo rising as well, and my Mercury and Mars are in Sagittarius. My Venus is in Scorpio as well. So I'm just giving you all my tea and all my government. But you know what? I can't dish it and not take it, right? Like I have, that's part of this thing, is you have to you have to be transparent. So I'm being transparent with you guys. Libras, part of their spiel is, finding love, finding that partner that will, fulfill them and make them happy and complete them. As they soon find out, as they come to find out eventually, that partner does not exist, that person exists within them. And then once they find that out, then they find true love, right? But in the meantime, maybe with the wrong people, or sometimes even when they find true love, when they find love, because they're just such a flirtatious sign, they're ruled by Venus, for goodness sakes. Libras can have a tendency to flirt way too much with other people, like way too much, like to the point where like they don't even realize that they're doing it, and it's just really weird for their partner sometimes because other people don't know their boundaries, so it's really important in a relationship is other people, right? And Libras, on the flip side, even though they are quite mellow and detached people, can be too clingy in relationships. Go figure. Sagittarius. Sagittariuses are known to be free spirits. The rebellions of the rebellious ones of the Zodiac, the rebels without a cause. Like, there's a Britney Spears song. It's unreleased. I don't know if I should be saying this actually, but it's like one of my favorite songs by her. And it's like it's called Rebellion. You'll find it in rebellion. You'll finally start breathing, 'cause I believe in what they're seeing. She's a Sagittarius. That's why I'm like singing it. You'll find it so compelling, 'cause everyone's yelling, 'cause you're not settling. I love that song, dude. Alright, don't judge me. I don't care if you're judging me. But, Sagittarius. That was my earphone, sorry. Sagittarius, because you can sometimes be prone to being such a free spirit and doing your own thing, you can sometimes be prone to infidelity. And sometimes you can just be too unpredictable and too much for people, Sagittarius. Sometimes you just need to know when to calm it down and pull it back down to earth, right? It's that Jupiter energy, it's that Jupiter energy. Your mind's always up there. Jupiter's all about abstract thinking, abstract learning, the abstract mind. So you're just like an abstract person, all right? And sometimes too abstract for people, all right? Other people. And that's okay. You'll find your other half. We all will, all right? Aquarius. You're interesting because you are ruled by both Uranus, which rules astrology, and Saturn, which rules time, hard work, discipline, work ethic, restrictions, so you can be really hard on yourself, and sometimes you can just be really confusing, Aquarius, like too confusing for other people. Sometimes you can just be too difficult. And Aquarius, because you're such a humanitarian and you just love people and you just want the best for people and you love humanity, you kind of always have people around you, and that can also be an issue for partners because sometimes partners just want alone time with you, Aquarius, right? But that can sometimes be difficult. So, but as I just told Sagittarius, we're all gonna find our other half eventually, right? All right, it will happen. Do you believe in love after love? I can feel Capricorn and their moody selves. Capricorn, I love you. I'm a Capricorn, but you are super duper moody. Like, too intensely moody. Like, you Cancers are moody? Oh, have you met a Capricorn? Capricorn, you're like intensely moody, sometimes too much. Like, the moodiness, the ups and downs are just a lot for people. Your moodiness can also be unpredictable. Your behavior sometimes when you're in that moody, state can be unpredictable, and it's just a lot for people. Sometimes people just want consistency. Usually it's interesting though, because you're usually a consistent person, right? But like, it's weird because your emotions, your feelings, how you feel from a day to day, from hour to hour, isn't so consistent, right? You know, because people are always piling stuff on you. You're always piling stuff on yourself. You always have something going on. You know, you're always working towards some goal. Oh my god, my computer just like went black. That was kind of scary. You always just have a lot going on around you, Capricorn. And when you have too much going on around you and you just want to focus on one thing, you just get really annoyed, right? And sometimes that one thing you want to focus on isn't your partner, which can be an issue for your partner, right? Because then your partner's like, why aren't you paying attention to me? And you're just like, I just want to focus on this one thing right now. Can you leave me alone? Moody and unpredictable. Possible infidelity as well. Capricorn, because you are such a strong, usually strong, you have a strong and silent type. Which is very attractive and alluring for people because strong and silent people generally are able to keep a secret, if you know what I mean. And I'll leave it at that. Capricorn, you can sometimes have trust issues. Sometimes even in relationships with people you've been with for years, it can be difficult for you for some reason to open up. Open up a little bit more, all right? And Capricorn, you can just be hard to read sometimes. It's all about you having trust issues, difficulty with your emotions, not knowing how to open up. It's all part of the process. We're all learning in this thing called life. We're growing in these things called relationships. That's what they're here for, okay? They're here for us to grow, right? Thank you guys so much for listening to this video. I hope I didn't offend you too much, okay? Thank you for listening and watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Contact me at lamartownsendtarot.com for your own personal psychic tarot reading, your own personal private confidential psychic tarot reading, or your own birth chart reading. Once again, that's lamartownsendtarot.com, or email me at lamar.townsend@gmail.com, okay? Follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. The links will be in my description box, okay, below on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys. See ya on the next video. Au revoir.